There's a few papers here, some sort of forms, and a pad of blank collection notes. I would imagine that the enchanting Rosie might possibly have some objection to my palming a blank collection note. Hey, Rosie. Hard at work, I see.
What do you want?
Is there maybe a package for me there, Darren Michaels?
Mm-hmm.
The lovely Rosie hasn't noticed, and I'm now the proud owner of a blank collection note.
Nope, nothing there.
And there he goes. Now I ought to have a few hours to get Angelina's film and develop some pictures in the darkroom. A used up, chewed up ballpoint pen. He definitely doesn't need it anymore. And if he does, well, even better. Good. I filled it out. One package for Fuller at his address. I hope that does it. Hey, Rosie. Hard at work, I see.
What do you want?
I wanted to pick up Fuller's package with the photo paper.
No, please. I can't accept that.
Why not?
It's not signed.
Fuller has to sign the note?
Stupid. The mailman, of course. Fuller should ask him tomorrow morning. He probably just forgot when he was posting the note through Fuller's door.
It's not possible for me to wait till tomorrow. Thanks.
Yeah.
Huh. The news of my mother's accident seems to have spread quickly. A couple of people have already sent flowers. So many greetings and get well wishes. I think she's very active in the community, and she's probably got a lot of new friends here. Lots of different people have sent my mother cards. This one's signed P. Puck. Wait a minute. That's the mailman. The mailman signed it, so now I've got a sample. I think I could forge his signature really well. Okay, good. I've got the original. I guess the signature is kinda half decent. Hey, Rosie. Hard at work, I see.
What do you want?
I wanted to pick up Fuller's package with the photo paper.
No, please. So how did you manage to scare up the old fart?
Yeah, I bumped into him in the town.
You were lucky. Here, Fuller's photo paper.
Much obliged. Alright, let's see. But I need to get a move on. Fuller's had a clock built into it, so there's a time limit. Hey, that sounds good. Yes, there you go. Aha, a film cartridge. Those will be the photos of Angelina. Well, apart from that, there's just a few papers, a folder, and, whoa, a pistol. I'd better leave everything where it is. As soon as I've developed the pictures and made copies, I'll pay Angelina a visit in the hotel. I could really do with a bit of a distraction. That rickety pallet is blocking my view of the lower shelves. I can't see what's behind there. Photo developer. Looks like it's been there for a while, but the bottle's still sealed, so it could still be good. Ah, there's the photo developer. Okay, I can develop Angelina's film here, and then make some prints. Let's see, what do I need to develop the film? The film with Angelina's pictures on it, and developer fluid. There ought to be some fixer around here, and the developing drum is there on the table. A small bottle of photographic fixer. There's not a lot left in there, but it ought to do for one more use, I think. Alright, now I've got everything I need to develop the films. Let's go. Ah, there's a bottle of distilled water. I'm gonna need that if I'm gonna make pictures from Angelina's film. Alright. Now I've got everything I need to develop the films. Let's go. First of all, light off. That would be the stop bath. That's enough. The developer also has to be diluted. Great. Just as it should be. A dish with about half an inch of diluted developer. That has to be enough. Now just put the film in and the development will begin. The film and the developer are now in the developing drum. Good. Now the developer is oxidizing. It gives off electrons, which are then picked up by the silver ions in the light-sensitive layer of the film. The more light that falls on a location, the stronger the reaction, and so the place then turns darker. In short, the film is now being developed. Okay, I guess the film has to be developed now. Oh well, that's the end of the fixer. But what was left ought to have stopped the development process. I hope everything's worked. So far, so good. The film's developed. That's the first step. Now I have to make the prints. Let's see. I need photo paper and an enlarger. That's over there. Then I need developer. There's still enough in the bottle. An A4 size package. Ah, nice. 50 sheets of top quality photo paper. The sheet is lying in the frame. The distance of the lens from the paper seems fine for the picture to be projected properly. The film has been put in. Then let's have a go. The longer I leave the lamp on, the more contrast the picture gets. Let's try it. Okay, I think that's enough time. Ah, here we go. I have to take the sheet out as soon as it has the correct brightness. Too early, it stays too light. Too late, it'll get too dark. Ah, the contrast is good and the brightness is right too. But the picture itself is garbage. I can't do much about that. Maybe some of the other pictures are better. Well, at least the exposure and development times seem to be right. I'll try it again. The sheet is lying in the frame. The distance of the lens from the paper seems fine for the picture to be projected properly. Okay then, let's try again. I have to measure the exposure time exactly. Too short and there won't be enough contrast. Too long will give me too much. Okay, I think that's enough time. Here we go. I have to take the sheet out as soon as it has the correct brightness. Too early, it stays too light. Too late, it'll get too dark. Yes, I've really got it now. Brightness and contrast are correct. If Fuller only had any idea about photography, then maybe even the picture would be good too. Maybe the next one. This could well take some time. 36 pictures and not one of them actually any good. How can a guy take a beautiful woman like Angelina and then photograph her so badly? But I can't do much about that. The pics have been snapped and I gotta take them to her at the hotel. At least I get to see her again. And it's also not my fault that the pictures are bad. What the? Mrs. Biba? Can I help you, Mrs. Biba?
Is Fuller there?
No, not at the moment.
Then, can you give him this? Give it to him personally. As soon as he gets back. I gotta go.
I feel sorry for her. There's something not right going on here. Could it help me get one over on Fuller? Huh. But I can't put Mrs. Biba in danger. She gives the impression she can't take much more. If I could secretly open the envelope, then I could look at what's inside and put the envelope in the mailbox later. That would keep Mrs. Biba out of trouble. But how can I open the envelope and close it again without Fuller noticing? The kettle's full. That's where Mom indulged herself. We hadn't even... Hey, the steam could undo the glue. Let's try. It's steaming. The steam's loosening the glue. Got it. The paper hasn't torn and the glue still sticks. I can reseal the letter. But first, I want to see what's inside. Holy, that's gotta be $1,500. There's some kind of blackmailing going on here. Mrs. Biba hates Fuller, and she didn't want her husband to see that I gave her a letter from him this morning. It would seem he knows nothing about it. But what's it about? Sex? Ugh, surely not with Fuller. Something to do with the diner, or from Biba's past? I'd love to send Fuller off to jail for blackmail. But first I gotta find out what he's blackmailing Mrs. Biba with. But tomorrow's another day. I'll put the letter in Fuller's mailbox and get myself ready for my date with Angelina. Hopefully he doesn't take too much pleasure in it.